What is up, everybody? It's your main man, Toffee. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking over the update details from the official ManaStrike forum, as well as some buffs, nerfs, changes overall, as well as the new stuff in case you've missed it. Let's get into the video. We're going to scroll down here. We're going to look into cost. It's going to be cost season, so that's how you're going to paint them, with the Magic Pass, a Freedom Fighter that uses the power of the Seething Earth. Melee AoE attacks the enemy ground and air units. Activates rock hardening mode upon entering enemy territory. Rock hardening cost can only melee damage buildings. Again, that's what his basic attack is. Passive skill, once he enters the other side, he'll go like that. And for his active skill, we have Magma Armor. Increase the attack and defense of all damage received from enemy units. The attack is for himself, but decreasing all damage. From the way I read it, it was weird. But it's overall great. Cost, I have high hopes for. Really, I do. I really hope the Magic Pass is going to be worth it. Let's look into his little animation here. Looks pretty nice. Pretty rock solid, if I do say so myself. I'm not going to apologize for that one. Next up, we have Angrath, the new black-red planeswalker, which can be purchased from the shop in a package. He uses a melee AoE attack on ground units. During ManaStrike, he gets more speed and attack speed. And let's go into his skill. Angrath's Rampage inflicts massive damage and stuns enemy ground units. As far as I'm aware, this is sort of going to be around the size of Shivan Dragon's attack. It's supposed to be like a line of fire. And if so, I think that's going to be amazing. It's going to have a stun. It's going to be great with the new red card as well as other existing red cards. Honestly, Angrath is probably my bet for the best planeswalker next season. Let's look into his animation here. Looks pretty nice, I have to admit. I like that. We're going to look into the new skin. It can be got from the skin selection ticket, and it's a Johnny Vengeance. I don't play a Johnny that much, but I gotta admit, I would play a Johnny if this were his base skin. Because I ain't spending money on the pass. Okay, next up, we have a Myria Angel. Summons one angel and 3 birds. They fly in the air and attack enemy ground and air units. Okay, so it looks pretty decent. It's 6 mana. During when they were revealing to us during the live stream, it was 7, and everybody was in a fit about it. I'm not sure it's still worth it for 6. I'd say it would have to go down to 5 if I wanted to use it. Next up is High Tide Hermit. Melee attacks enemy ground units, hides inside its shell, and doesn't attack when hit. So it can turn into a building, which is going to be a great counter for cards like Core Entangler. And by cards like, I mean literally Core Entangler. Next up is Carrion Crow. My favorite card ever. Crows. Summons 4 crows and then they'll fly in the air and attack enemy ground and air units with range. I like it. Fire Shrine Keeper. This one. This is probably going to be the best card from the new update. It has an AoE damage, knockback, and it's only 2 mana. This thing is going to be busted if you ask me. They're going to have to nerf this thing in some way next season. Probably make it cost a bit more, but I'm not sure. Sylvan Advocate, the card for my favorite color in the game. Ranged attacks enemy air and ground units, steadily inflicts more damage the longer it keeps attacking. It is a ranged red vampire for 3 mana. I love it. This thing is going to tear up the meta. Now it's patch in progress. Let's look into this. Chandra is getting a nerf. Her damage reduction is going from 321 to 225. Both of her skills are reduced since they are both damage based. Both her ETB and her AoE skill. Next up is Nissa Green getting a buff. Her range is increasing from 5 meters to 6 meters. I'm not sure this is enough to push her into the meta. I'm not sure what you could do for her, but I don't think this is enough. Nahiri's Wrath skill is getting its damage buff. Great, but I still don't think that's enough. I would like it to be buffed up to 200, because then for 4 mana you could kill like the smaller creatures. But I don't think Nahiri's skill is any better than before. Next up, let's look into the balance changes for the cards. Core Entangler's stun is being removed. Yep, that's right. The ultimate defensive option is losing one of its best powers. I have to say, I'm not sure how I feel about this, since I play white a bit. But overall, I feel like this was needed for the meta to stay healthy. Blinding Mage, its attack speed is slightly decreasing. I'm okay with this overall. I really am. But again, I play white a lot, like Soren and Dovin. So again, I don't personally like to see these nerfs, but I know they need to happen. And Sanctifier and Spectral are both getting the same nerf due to their summon souls. Red is getting an overall nerf. Goblin Bang Chucker is having an HP reduction. I don't think that was necessary. They were powerful, but they weren't ridiculous like some of the other cards. I really don't see what the point behind this one is. Star of Extinction. Reduced effect range. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It needed a nerf in some way, but I don't think this is the way to do it. But then again, what do I know? I'm not the developers here. Green. A huge buff for green. Mana cost reduction for Rolling Slime goes from 4 to 2. Summon Slime, medium to small slime. But it removes the knockback effect. I'm okay with this, because I never used it for its knockback effect. I mainly used it, that way green had some sort of out to Blinding Mage. So, overall, I'm really happy with this. It makes it a lot cheaper, and I love that. Vengevine is getting an AoE damage when it's summoned. I absolutely adore that. Overrun is getting a damage buff from 130 to 150, and that's what we like to see around here. Overrun's going to be great for green. Gluttonous Slime, increasing the HP and attack of main body and reducing the HP of small slime with no change in attack power. Not much to talk about there, I don't use it. Black Skull Catapult, the attack speed is decreasing from 2 seconds to 2.9 seconds. They've nerfed this thing into the ground. I'm not sure it's going to be worth using anymore. But, again, we'll have to see to find out. Reaver Demon is getting a huge nerf. This is what everybody likes to see. Except for we would rather see Aether Squall get nerfed. But whatever. The max sacrifices is now X9. Goes all the way down to X5. Wonderful. No more X8s coming at you. Next up, Hedron Collector. Damage reduction is getting 202 down to 136. And overall, I feel like this is needed. Improved Friend feature. You've already seen all this stuff. You can challenge friends. You can invite them to team. Everything over here is getting hugely rehauled. It's amazing. Here's what the new screen will look like. Overall, you can see all your stuff, including Magic TV now will be on the left side. In-game events, let's talk about that. Goes from 100 gems to re-entry to 50. That's amazing. You can do it more than once. And the in-game schedules are going from once a week to 3 times a week. I love that, honestly. The events were so fun, but it sucked you could only do them on the weekend. Now that they're going to be almost all week round, it's amazing. Improved quest recharge time. So they'll be going down from 24 to 8. Magic pass score going up to 1,000. A few bugs, including draw off messengers effect skill. What it was read is damage per interval for Grinning Demon is getting fixed for the description. And that's all for the balance update. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the new stuff that's going on. White got nerfed, Reaver Demon got nerfed, green got buffed. This is just about everything I wanted to see from the balance changes, except for maybe Aether Squall getting nerfed, and Tezzeret getting nerfed, because nobody likes that deck. Alright. As for more of my opinions, I have to admit, just for my personal opinions, I'm going to have to watch out for Red from now on. Red is going to be dangerous with their new cards and everything that's going on. If you're going to watch out for any color in the next update, it will be Red. Trust me on this. It's going to be Red. Amgrath is going to dominate. So is Koth and Chandra. Those 3 right there. That's what your bets are. That's what my bets are on the next 3 most powerful Planeswalkers for the next season. But we only have around 6.5 hours till we find out. So I can't wait to see what happens. I'll see y'all next time.